Good morning, Kentuckiana. It is 9 o'clock on your Saturday. Happy Veterans Day to all those who have served, are serving as well. Thank you so much for starting your weekend out with us. Let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Reed Yaten and photojournalist John Humphreys. They're out at the Slugger Field, or the Slugger Museum, Factory Museum for the 20th Baseball Memorial Auction. Reed, you were showing us some really neat pieces in the 6 o'clock hour.
Well, we did. We're gonna show you some even neater pieces this time here. Welcome to Slugger Museum and Factory on Main Street in downtown Louisville. 20th annual baseball auction. 20 years they've been doing this here, and we have been here for every one of them. We're going to talk to the master, the proprietor of Hunt Auctions, David Hunt, at 9:30. Meanwhile, this year, the biggest one yet. They've got over 500 lots that are going to go under the hammer. Things get underway at 10:30. Now, let's go out of doors now. Here's our Jeffersonville First Savings Bank camera, part of the U of L Health HD camera network. Nice morning out there. What a nice weekend we've got for Veterans Day. And speaking of that, let's take a look at our big weather story. A pleasant weekend all the way around. A dry pattern in place. It'll be staying that way. Here's our Veterans Day weather planner. Temperatures are in the 30s this morning. And speaking of Veterans Day, I want to say good morning to everybody out on the reservation there at Fort Knox. A major part of this nation's defense is this fort that is just right in the shadow of Louisville. Fort Knox, good morning. It's 36 degrees out there. Chilly but sunny. Here's what we have today. Temperatures at 8 o'clock. Already in the upper 30s at some locations. By noontime, Veterans Day parade here in downtown Louisville, noontime, middle 50s, and we'll look for temperatures in the upper 50s this afternoon for a high. Here at Slugger, doors are opening at 9 a.m. right about now. You can come in, look around, view the lots in person, just case after case after case of all types of baseball memorabilia. You can't imagine some of it. We'll begin to share some of it with you coming up. We could be back at about 9:16. In the meantime, Jim, bring us up to date on the stories we're working with this morning.
Will do, Reed. Thank you very much. We'll check back in with you in a little bit. Well, new this morning, a man is dead after a shooting in the Taylorberry neighborhood. According to LMPD, officers responded to a reported shooting in the 3500 block of 7th Street. That happened around 3:30 this morning. Now, when they arrived, they say that they found a man inside a business with a gunshot wound. They say that he died on scene. Now, there are no known suspects at this time. Anyone with information is asked to call the anonymous tip line. You can see that on your screen right now, 574-LMPD. Also new, a man is charged with murder after a shooting in August. According to court documents, LMPD arrested Rafael Antonio Iskakuson yesterday. Now, he is accused of shooting a man who worked at the Pussycat Lounge on Poplar Level Road on August 25th. Investigators say Iskakuson shot the victim 3 times, once in the back, paralyzing him. Police say that Iskakuson then returned to the club later on to look for his wallet and left his phone number there. Now, the victim was taken to the hospital for treatment. Eventually, that victim started to rehab at the Fraser Rehabilitation Center, but while there, he experienced complications from his wounds, and he later died at another hospital. We're told there is surveillance video of this incident.
I see what's going on, and you know, everybody's really sad. You know, I personally have been very depressed over it. And
people from the Bullitt County area have been stunned this week by a very violent week. First, a woman is behind bars on $2 million bond after police say that she shot and killed her 2 young sons. Then, on Thursday, police found the body of a woman near a ditch line on the side of the road. They are investigating both of these homicides while residents wait for answers. WHAS11's Connor Steffen and photojournalist Aspen Hester talked to neighbors trying to wrap their heads around these tragedies.
Most of the people in Bullitt County, everybody knows everybody.
A close-knit county continues to ask itself why.
It just scares you because you don't know what's going to happen.
Left with so many unanswered questions after a discovery made in this ditch off Highway 1020 Thursday. Bullitt County Sheriff Walt Scholler says a homicide investigation is underway after police recovered a woman's body here. She is yet to be identified, and they're still looking for whoever left her there.
We normally don't have things like this happen in this neighborhood. Everybody's usually very nice.
This nearby business owner, who asked we don't show her face, says it's the latest in a tough week.
You know, everybody's really sad. You know, I personally have been very depressed over it.
This crime scene tape at this scene in Hillview marks the second tragedy this community has had to endure this week. 15 minutes away in Shepherdsville, this growing memorial out front of Bentwood Drive home represents the other.
I mean, it's like you don't know what's going to happen anymore.
The loss of two young brothers, 6-year-old Maurice and 9-year-old Jaden, who police believe were shot by their own mother, has touched the hearts of many.
For me, children are so precious.
But especially those living here in Bullitt County.
They had their whole life ahead of them.
As the boy's mother, 32-year-old Tiffany Lucas, faces 2 counts of murder, the community is remembering the names and honoring the lives of the 2 young boys taken too soon. They're planning a vigil for 5 Sunday evening inside Little Flock Baptist Church. Well, answers might not come soon for this community after a week of loss.
You naturally just start wondering, you know, what happened.
They'll carry on together. In Bullitt County, Connor Steffen, WHAS11 on your side.
And again, the vigil for those 2 little boys is scheduled for tomorrow at the Little Flock Baptist Church in Shepherdsville. That is expected to start at 5 o'clock in the evening. Well, a man from Mount Washington plans to change his plea in connection to federal gun charges. Police say James Knott had human remains in his home and used some of them as decoration. The FBI raided his home back in July, and Knott was arrested for unlawful possession of a firearm. And when they were there, they found dozens of human remains, including 40 skulls, spinal cords, femurs, hip bones, plus ammunition that he was not supposed to have. Now, Knott originally pleaded not guilty to these gun charges, but court documents show that he has a change of plea hearing scheduled now for November 27th. And right now, 16 counties across Kentucky are under a burn ban, and that includes Bullitt and Nelson counties. This means no open burning of leaves, campfires, or pit cooking. Now, these bans come as wildfires are scorching parts of eastern Kentucky. The last update given from the Kentucky Department of Forestry said crews are working to put out more than 30 fires in 9 counties. So far, more than 20,000 acres of land have been burned.